So you're thinking about using the Rocketbook, and maybe you're wondering, what the heck do you do with this thing? Well, welcome to my channel. My name is J.B. Glossinger, and I'm so glad you're here. And I have a bunch of Rocketbooks on my desk that I want to discuss a little bit with you on some of the ways that I use them and how I've been using them the last year, how they've held up, and is it a worthwhile investment if you're looking to start taking some notes using it. I welcome you to the channel. If you've never seen me before, this is a place we do reviews, we have fun, I do some vlogs, all kinds of fun stuff. I did have a little issue with my Sony Mark 5, and I had to send that in, so I'm a little depressed. Camera's broke, so I don't have my B-roll camera. I'm shooting on my GH5 here, which is nice. But I got a little secret. I did order the new Sony Mark 7 and sent the Mark 5 off to get repaired. So hopefully we'll have a bunch of new shots and things here real soon so I can get some good B-roll for you and show you some things. But this is a place for fun. As always, if you don't mind subscribing and hitting that little bell so you get alert notifications when I do put a video up, that would be fantastic. And if you like what I'm saying or would like to ask a question, which is really important, couldn't spit that out, please leave some comments below. So what I want to do is go through the Rocketbooks then. And so as you can see here, I have various sizes of Rocketbooks. I have the Rocketbook Everlast Mini. This is the Rocketbook that I take with me on the golf course. I used to have a really nice leather case for it, but it's easier to use like this. I do have this Rocketbook, which is, I think it's the medium size. It's called the Everlast. And within the Everlast, I wrote the book, The Sacred Six, and I have made a handmade journal. When I use this for my daily setup, and I use this, and you can see I've had this for over a year now, and the book is still in great shape. And then I have the large Rocketbook. This is the Everlast big one here that I use for specific notes. Now, in case you don't know, the Rocketbook uses what's called the Fusion or the Friction pen. These are gel pens by Pilot. I have various colors here. I have the different colors so you can do things. And then I have the highlighters. So you can have some different colors and use different colors when taking notes, which you can't do with the Remarkable. Which again, the Remarkable 2 is coming out. I have that on order, and you've seen some of my reviews on there. I'm going to leave that over there. I am actually using the Remarkable more and more since Remarkable 2 is going to be coming out. But let's get back to the Rocketbook. So with the Rocketbook, typically what I do is I will use the blue gel pen. It just works real well for me. And when I'm using the blue gel pen, the blue or the black, but typically I like the blue, I will write on it. And the cool thing about it is when you're done with this, all you have to do is you write on it, and then you take the enclosed cloth that comes with it, damp it a little bit, and just rub it off. Now what I do is I rub it off with a little bit of a damp one, and then I leave one that isn't damp, and I put that on the side, and then I wipe it off with that. So basically what the Rocketbook is a notebook that you're going to write in, and then at the bottom they have these little symbols, and these little symbols are going to shoot the Rocketbook note into your folder. Again, if you've watched my other videos, I talk about the Remarkable, how it goes in their proprietary software system, and then I move it into my Google Documents and my Google Drives. This actually goes directly into Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever you're using. For me, I use Google Drive. So I just mark it on the bottom, and as you can see, I have my email, my golf notes, my reading notes, my organizing notes, my Sacred Six Daily, and then my journal. And those then, when I take a picture with the iPhone, and I just take the iPhone and go into the app, and I just go into the app, then what I do is once I'm in the Rocketbook app, I just click that picture, and that picture actually takes the picture and then puts it into the folder automatically for me and allows me to store my notes. So the big question is it worth it? Do the pages last? Yes. I mean, you can see my Rocketbooks are pretty beat up. I did buy these little clips so I can keep a pen when I'm on the move. These are just little sticky clips you can get on Amazon pretty cheap. Probably the most used one that I do use is the Mini because I like to track my golf game. And so what I do is I literally have greens and where I hit on the greens for each hole. And then that basically, the circle is, did it hit the green? And then the fairway, or where did the ball go for 18 when I play? And then I actually keep track of my strokes, and I keep track of the greens and regulations, my ups and downs, my number of putts, my notes, the amount of strokes that I did, and if I hit the fairway. And that way, each time, whenever I play 18, and I play about 200 rounds a year, I play every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I play about 200 rounds a year. Those get marked off in here, and you can see this book is still in pretty good shape, right? So they do last. They're very hardy. The writing kind of satisfaction element of it, I do like writing with it. I mean, I write with it. It feels good. I actually like the gel pen. It kind of feels very smooth and fluid. And like I said, one of the cool things is you can use a highlighter and actually highlight the writing, which is really cool. And you can use a highlighter on it, and again, it will come off just like everything else. Because and you have to use a special Pilot friction gel again. And then again, having the different colors is a really good, nice benefit. So yes, I use it consistently when I'm out and about. Again, like I said, I am using the Remarkable more and more, especially with the Remarkable 2 coming out. I just find I have that device with me, and it works. But I don't have the color of the Rocketbook. I don't have the ease of the Rocketbook. And I got to tell you something else. Is this is kind of the review after a year. Don't have the price of the Rocketbook. I mean, these are relatively inexpensive compared to an iPad or a Remarkable or another device. You got to get the pins, which are $8 or whatever, and then you pick up the Rocketbooks, and they last. So I don't know if Rocketbook wants to make these so you can throw them away one day, right? Because eventually you want them to wear out. But here I am a year later, and these are in really good shape. So I have to give thumbs up to the Rocketbook. Yeah, they get beat up a little bit. They have a hard plastic cover, at least the ones I'm using, which are the Everlast. The pages typically last a long time. If you are going to use a template, one of the things you can do, this is kind of a ninja trick, is you can actually just use a permanent marker. And you put the permanent marker in there, and then all of a sudden you have a template. And then you can erase it off, whatever you put in there, and erase it off so you can have your schedule and just erase it off at the end of the day, and you actually have a template. Now, they are making some new ones with new templates. I haven't used those. I haven't bought a Remarkable in a year because these have lasted so well for me. But that's kind of the ninja trick to make a template if you want to make your own. That's how I made my Sacred Six. So, yes, note-taking with the Remarkable. Does it work? It works great. If you like the gel pens, if you want to have multicolors, if you want to just take a picture with your phone and put it up, I don't know how you can lose on this. The investment is so minimal when you think about having to buy the Remarkable or the Remarkable 2, which will be coming out soon. If you're on a budget, and many of our people that are watching this show are, I would suggest the Rocketbook is a great note-taking system for you that you can carry around anywhere. Very slim profile. Some people don't like the spiral binding. You can always take the pages out, right? You could probably cut them. There's things you could do with this. You could cut the pages. I've seen some people do some other things where they carry them differently. But for me, I just put this on my steering wheel when I'm golfing, and that's primarily what I use it, and I flip it, and it's just right there all the time when I'm golfing. And obviously, I'm not going to carry this with me on the golf course, right? And then I just clean it up, and I have this nice thin notebook, and I just send it up into my notes, and I keep track of my golf game, which is really cool. Again, you can do templates. You can use the big one, and I use the big one typically just for kind of mind mapping and note taking when I'm sitting around. I do also, as you know, I'm learning to play guitar. 3 months in it, so I'm trying to learn the chords. I'll write them in here and say, oh, that's an A, a D, a G, and try to figure out the song. So really useful tools. They're part of my weapon of note-taking tools. But I would suggest any of these Rocketbooks are worthwhile. They last, and I think they're great value. So Rocketbook, thumbs up after 1 year. Still hanging in there. As always, if you got any questions, please leave comments because I'm trying to do more content, trying to do up to 5 videos a week. So I need to hear from you in order for me to put the content together. And I appreciate you, as always, subscribing and liking. So go have a great day. If you're looking for note-taking tips, definitely the Rocketbook, or looking for a notebook, I should say, that you can use, is a great device that is inexpensive and can work for you over and over again and electronically, as long as you have your phone in the app. can put it up in the cloud and always save your notes, which is super cool. All right, thanks so much for watching. Until the next one, have a great one.